When we run YouTube ads, there's one golden rule. Our senior media buyer has coined this inside our team, is don't mess with success, okay? So that and more coming up. When we talk about bidding strategies, most advertisers just starting out, they don't really have a grip on what bidding strategy would work best for them in their particular offer. A lot of them, they tend to just go with the first thing that they see or that they hear, and that's why a lot of people do get poor results at the beginning, right? So today we're actually going to talk about, you have a campaign in max conversions, let's say, and you go and switch everything to target CPA and things just go haywire, right? Well, those are things that will happen because you've changed the bidding strategy, right? So today we're going to talk about that. Going back to the don't mess with success rule and it's really, really important. If you have a max conversion campaign that's already performing for you, that's already performing well, perhaps the cost per conversion is, not 100% where you want it to be, but you're still getting consistent results. You don't want to go in and mess with that target CPA bid, right? And the bid in general. You don't want to switch it. What you want to do is you want to relaunch that specific campaign audience as target CPA. That is the main thing and what you can take away from this video, okay? Don't go in and change your campaign. That's the no-no, all right? What you want to do is launch a separate campaign and test it accordingly, okay? One of the things that we mentioned before is video experiments. We do have a video that goes into detail about how video experiments work. If you have that enabled, we strongly recommend that you use that. The video experiments tool, you can actually select the bidding strategy as your variable, right? So you can launch the two campaigns and have them go head to head, max conversions versus target CPA, and see which one's getting you the best results. Again, if you want to get fancy and you want to test a new bidding strategy, you want to remember to launch the campaigns so you can create a new testing environment for your ads, okay? One of the two dreaded things in media buying is when you hit a specific target, right? You're hitting your specific KPI, but you're hitting a plateau when it comes to scaling. So I wanted to talk to you briefly about the algorithmic optimization piece when it comes to the target CPA, because that's really that mentality of, well, I have these max conversion campaigns working. Now, all I need to do is just switch them to target CPA, and then I can just go ahead and scale this, nice and fast. Well, that's the wrong way of going about it, and wrong way of thinking. You have to build out a campaign and get data, and then from there you make certain decisions, right? Remember that the goal is for Google's algorithm, after getting dialed in, is to repeat the process of finding an audience to essentially sell your different pieces of your funnel, right? So the way to look at it is like this, okay? You want to deliver the impression to your specific audience. So you want to first obviously sell the view, you want to sell the click, you want to sell the initial conversion, and then you want to sell the subsequent conversions. That's one way to look at it. I've learned this from Jay Banfield before, excellent ad skills instructor. And he basically talks about that, with each process, everything gets better, which each dollar spent, and the data passes through that information, and you can make different decisions. So what I mean by selling the view, selling the click, what's all this stuff? Well, so again, this is extra scaling tips. Once you basically have target CPA campaigns enabled that are now giving you those results, they're already driving that KPI that you're looking for, then now you want to try and expand out some more audiences at the same bidding strategy, as well as creating some of the warm campaigns, okay? So essentially, you want to install a framework that reduces all the front end noise, okay? That would basically enable the algorithms to find the right audiences at each stage of the process faster. Well, a lot of media buyers struggle with this, right? So the campaign build out, you have way too many targets, too many demographics. We talked about this before, right? It's just simplifying things. There's way too many keywords, a lot of overinflated custom intent audiences. There's too many creative variants, right? Unrealistic expectations between budgets and timeframes, that sort of thing. So, and then that's when a lot of people force to scale too fast. So you're gonna get very poor results when you do it that way. So again, going back to this framework of, ensuring that your target CPA is actually hitting, your target CPA, right? And getting close to that. So one of the ways that you can go about it is looking at your conversion, your historical conversion data, and be able to determine what would be the best bid for those specific, the specific campaigns. Because you may have a lot of accounts, you'll see a lot of accounts out there where they'll have different bidding on with different campaigns, and that's normal. That's fine. There's certain ways that this can still help you get the results that you need, right? So like a target CPA, let's say for leads, maybe, I don't know, $10, right? And you're setting that at $15 or $20 CPA, and you're still getting that $10 target, that $10 lead KPI hit, right? It's being met. So, you can continue playing around with these bids. But again, the biggest rule here, I guess the biggest takeaway is just, you don't want to change anything to the campaign level right away, because you will not get response. And not to say that you don't have to do it, right? We're just giving you our guideline is you want to just relaunch it and see if you can get that success to replicate. If you want to go ahead and you just have your max conversion campaign, let's say if it started already dipping in performance, right? It can happen. Then, hey, by all means, go ahead and give it a try and try changing the bid strategy live on that particular campaign with the hopes that you can get the account to stabilize, right? So that's one way about it that you can go. But the main thing here is you want to have the target CPA bid. You have to play with those biddings, right? You have to play with the bids there, and want to increase when you're not, let's say your ad's not spending its full budget. That's one thing to be on the lookout for as well. Your budget may not be spending in full, then that's an issue. That's letting you know that target CPA is low, that bid is low. So you want to obviously increase that. So those are some of the tips that basically can help you get more control over your target CPA campaigns, okay? Always look at yesterday's data. Look at yesterday's budget, see if it's spent. If it hasn't, increase the bid. Try increasing it by 10, 15%, okay? So there's different things that you can do in that regard. I was gonna get into the scaling piece of it, but we do have videos that talk about this in terms of the scaling methodology. You can take a look at it up there for e-commerce. I know a lot of you guys have e-commerce, so you can take a look at that video up there. But yeah, in essence, the target CPA bid, you can vertically scale this, right? And you can certainly replicate what's already working on the max conversion bidding strategy type. But the main takeaway here, guys, is always try relaunching. Try creating separate environments. Use video experiments if you can, and see what's generating the best performance. It may very well be that you have max conversions set up all across your account right now, and you're looking to scale. Normally, we prefer scaling once we're at target CPA. Once we get campaigns to spend at target CPA and getting the results that we need, then we have room to scale, okay? That should be the biggest takeaway here, guys. I know everybody's looking to scale, but we found that with max conversions, longevity is not there, right? You want to scale at the target CPA bid eventually. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have some questions, don't forget to comment below, hit like, and turn on your notifications as well. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.